Wow, because Gal was out of the party. That sucks. How far does that take me back? All the way back here. Oh my lord. All because I wasn't really paying attention. I mean, I was, but the enemies on the Veldt were easy. I think this is where that game gets you. Is like, if you don't pay attention, you kind of screw yourself. Well, this is a good time to edit. I'll be editing this out at like the 2 hour mark. Time is it? 1:47. Okay. Um. Yeah, jump. But anyway, um. So I would like to get an X Station, PlayStation 1, and use it to stream and play on original hardware and all that stuff. That would just be really cool. You can buy a already modded X Station, but they're like $300 to $400 depending on where you get it from. And that's just some money that I'm not willing to put down currently. That's kind of a lot for the novelty of playing a PlayStation. And I know there's a local little game shop in town that has PS1. Well, it's hit or miss. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. I think the X Station itself isn't too expensive. Like, it's nothing insane. And you really can't mess up the... You really can't mess up the X Station itself when you're soldering. It's more the PlayStation, which would kind of suck. I don't know. I just don't think I'm willing to risk it. I'd just rather buy an X Station. How's that incorrect? It's just convenient that the Super Nintendo just has this ability, and like, it's a cartridge and you just buy the cartridge. The cartridge was fairly pricey. I think it was like $225 or whatever for the FX Pack Pro, but then there's different models for it. There's the FX Pack Pro, there's like that's the highest one, and then there's like tiers down, and they get cheaper. But as they tier down, less games are compatible, you could say. So like Star Fox requires a specific chip that you need to play that game, and the lower tier EverDrives don't have that chip, so you can't play that game. Like, you can, yeah, you can't even play that game. It won't work. Whereas the FX Pack Pro, you can do all of them, the entire library, along with Game Boy games, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you could do Game Boy Advance games. I'm not sure. And I made this comment before. I have up there, on top of the shelf back there, I have Golden Sun and Advance Wars and a Castlevania game, which is really good, back there, that I would love to stream on original hardware. But the best way to do that is with a GameCube that has the Game Boy Advance attachment on the bottom. I know somebody that owns a GameCube, but they're not willing to part with it yet. When he's willing to part with it, then hoping I get it from... Then I'll get the Game Boy Advance attachment. Here you go get dried meat. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have any dried meat for you, bro. Yet. Yeah. My God. Can't run away. Wonder why I can't run away. Is Gal gonna appear next and that's why I can't run away? That wouldn't make any sense though. That was... I didn't even put anything in. Counter. That's probably why, because Gal showed up. Yeah, I know you're hungry, bro. I don't have any meat yet. Which is why I'm trying to get to town. That means I gotta get all those stupid things again. Iron helmet, iron armor. And a heavy shield. There we go. Equip. Kotetsu, heavy shield, iron helmet, iron armor. Sell. Where is it? Leather hat. Leather armor. I think that was it. Item. I just need to make sure I go sleep. Item shop, go get some freaking meat. I just need one. Which is good, that means I'd save some money. And then I'm gonna go in here and go sleep. Stupid bush. I love how you can walk through the bushes horizontally, but you can't walk through them vertically. And then I'm buying sprint shoes. There. Down. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now let's go get Gal. Do. Why did I do that? We're dead anyway. Yeah, I know you're hungry. Here, have dried meat. Okay, and bypass this dialogue. Ugh. Ugh. I think one of the reasons why I like streaming old school games too is because they're faster. Like, they're not as long. Obviously, Final Fantasy games are long. They're just long. But they're nowhere near as long as like the new Final Fantasy games, like Rebirth. I feel like Rebirth is just long. It's good, but it's just really long. And I don't feel like it's... Like, obviously I bought it and I played it when it first came out. And I still haven't beat it. And I think the reason I still haven't beat it is because I feel as if the side questing stuff is so abundant that it makes the game not as fun. I thought, and I'm probably in the minority for this, but I thought Remake was a little better. Not gameplay wise, but pacing wise, I feel like it was better. I feel like Rebirth is just being drawn out by using those side questing and like filling the map and doing all those things. I feel like it's a little bit drawn out. Not saying it's bad, because it's phenomenal. It should have, in my opinion, it should have won Game of the Year. That or Black Myth Wukong. But I do feel like it's drawn out. And I didn't feel like Remake felt that way. It didn't feel drawn out like Rebirth does. Yeah. Black Myth Wukong is really good. That could have got Game of the Year too. And like, so I was watching a streamer yesterday, Death Unites Us, and I love that guy. He's fantastic. He's one of my favorite streamers on Twitch, hands down. But he made a comment yesterday about what's the game he's playing? The one that got Game of the Year. About Astrobot. He's playing it currently, and he loves it. And he made a comment. He essentially said to all the people that say Astrobot doesn't deserve Game of the Year, you need to go play it. And then, like, don't... Oh, you suck. You need to go play it and, like, try it yourself. And then let me know. And I agree with him at a certain point. And the reason I say that is because there's so much other stuff that those other games that were up for Game of the Year have to offer. At its core, Astrobot is just a platformer. It's a 3D platformer. At its core. And I'm not saying that's bad. 3D platformers are fantastic. Mario 64 was one of the best games that ever came out for the N64. But at its core, Astrobot is just a platformer. Whereas something like Rebirth is so much more. It's a lot of different things. Black Myth Wukong. People were comparing it to what the heck is the name of that game? Elden Ring. It's an Elden Ring. Or a Bloodborne. Because of its difficulty. But it's not at all that. And the reason I say that is because if it's just a Bloodborne or a if it's a Bloodborne or a Elden Ring Souls-like Soulsborne game, then so is practically every NES game, because they say NES hard. Are they basing it on difficulty? Just because the game is hard, it's a Soulsborne game? Or it's like an Elden Ring game? Just because it's hard? There's lots of games that are hard. That doesn't make it Soulsborne or Souls-like. So I feel like it got the short end of the stick when it comes to people appreciating it. I think people that really understand the games appreciated it way more and saw its success, or felt like it was very successful and a very good game. Yes, I thought it was hard. I haven't beat it yet. It's still, I would say, still sitting on my shelf, but they didn't make a physical copy. I still have to finish it. It's very good. It's just, yes, it's difficult. I'm looking forward to finishing it, but it is, oh shit. It is very difficult. Please die. Ouch. Woohoo. I don't need to die again. There we go. How has this thing got so much HP? Okay, it's dead. Gave me a green beret though. That's insane. I'm gonna go in the town and just go sleep. The status effect off. But what I was getting at is, I think that there are other games... That was the wrong one. There are other games that were in that list that, in my opinion, outshined Astrobot in gameplay, story, and presentation. Where Astrobot is just a platformer at its core. I do think somebody had made the comment that it is a game for gamers. I agree with that 1000%. It is a game for gamers because of its homage to other games. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. I can't buy antidotes here? That sucks. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think it's a game for gamers. There were so many references. There is so many references to other games in that game. Is really cool. But it's still just a platformer. This is the one that killed me last time. A lot of people have thoughts about the Game Awards and how they feel about them and how they're, you know, rigged, or people don't like them because of whatever, which is obviously, you know, their own opinion. I do think that the Game Awards could do a little bit better about being more, how can I say, being more open and like honest about how they do their voting process. Is it really just the people, or is there something else in play? And it could be just the people, and people just really liked Astrobot. But I also think that I think people that vote are they're unexpected voters. I think they're the younger generation of kids actually get on the internet and vote, if that's the case. Which, good for them. They should be able to. Because I know kids, at least my son, he's 14. All he cares about is 2K and Marvel Rivals and anything he can play online with his friends. Giving him a single player game is like feeding him broccoli. He has no interest whatsoever. Even if I'm playing it and he's like, man, that looks really cool, can I try? I'm like, yeah, here, give it a shot. He tries it. He seems interested. But 10 minutes later, he's like, nah, I'd rather go play. I can play 2K or play Marvel Rivals. Or play Overwatch. Or play Fortnite. Or play anything that you can play online with friends. And he could play new games, old games. He's got that ability to do so. He just doesn't care anything about doing it. I really do wish that he would sit down and like give something like this a chance, or, you know, I don't know, give something else a chance besides 2K or multiplayer games. I guess what I'm saying is I miss the days of couch co-op. This video is going to be really boring for YouTube people. But I need to do this, that way I make sure I have plenty of skills for Gal, because I only get them on the Veldt. I can't get them anywhere else. The nice thing about the Veldt is you can come back to it at any point once you're able to. Is it an airship or something that you get? Yeah, the airship. Once you get the airship, you can always come back to the Veldt, which is nice. But I want to have a nice variety of skills now. That way I can that way I have plenty to choose from, and I can learn them. Alright, once I get him back, I think I'll go into town, sleep, and then get that letter. Come on. What are my question is, where does he go when he jumps? Like, where does he go? He jumps in the air, but where does he go? It just appears. He's like, "Hi, I'm back." Okay. Go into town. We're gonna go sleep in the house. I guess technically I could have read the letter, did that first, then went to sleep because I gotta have time pass. Hang on, I gotta check this message. Bad. I was getting messages and I didn't even see it because my phone's behind the microphone, so I don't see it. Sorry. Having back-to-back conversations. Trying to get something figured out. Okay, let's go get this letter. I think I have to talk to the guy. Here goes the camera again. And we're back. Whoops. Okay, got the letter. Yep. Bloom in the garden. Spring is here. Worried. Wish to fly your side. Rest. Yep. Can't even pick up a pen. So here's the question. So it says he can't even pick up a pen. Pretty bad. The only letters come from the town of Miranda are keeping him going. So here's the question I have. If he can't write a letter, but yet I can send a letter, who wrote the letter? Hold on, worried about it? Where's it at? So it's down south. Okay. So just go south. Okay. Miranda has 500 GP. Send it. Maybe. Branches south of Crescent Mountain.